Just going to make a quick video here about removing oil from a stock. Now, I know people who get military surplus rifles have Cosmoline in their stock, and this is actually a sporting rifle, Mauser. And what's happened is it's over 100 years old, and basically 100 years of cleaning from the chamber to the muzzle end. You've got gun oil and everything else that's just gotten into the wood from when the cleaning rod and wet patch passes over this area. And so what's happened is it's soaked into the wood. The wood has held that oil, and when the gun gets hot, or if it's shooting on a hot day, it starts releasing all that built up oil. And in fact, there's a chip out in this rifle. I'm not going to move the stock right now, but I think that's actually a result of the stock absorbing the oil. And what's happened then is the wood is expanded, and so then there's a pressure spot against the metal, and when recoil happens and everything else, that now this little chip out area, that was part of the wood that is stopping the recoil. And what really should be stopping the recoil is the the recoil lug section there. And so yeah, I think that's the whole reason this chipped out, is basically the wood took in the oil and then expanded, and through the course of firing this, there was a chip out eventually. It's a small chip out. But yeah, so I've got a heater. You want to be careful not to get this too hot, because you don't want to actually burn the oil. But what I'm doing is I'm heating it up, getting the wood to come to the getting the oil to come to the surface of the wood, and then I'm using this stuff. I'll show you here in a second. So I'm using this Brownell's whiting stuff. It's pretty good. I can't remember the full chemical formula, but it's a long used gunsmithing component, I guess you'd say, or let's see here, element, compound. I can't remember the chemistry term for these things, but it's calcium carbonate, and you mix this up with Brownells recommends this stuff, TCE cleaner degreaser. You mix that into like a pancake batter style, and basically once I bring that oil up to the top of the wood, I apply this, I let it dry. That takes the oil out, puts it into this stuff. This gets a little bit brownish looking, and then I brush it off. You don't want to breathe this stuff in. It's not good to breathe in, so make sure you do it in a well ventilated area and you're upwind from where you're brushing. And I think this stuff too is not particularly good to breathe in, so you want to be well ventilated area like always. But yeah, I'm just doing rounds of this and slowly getting the oil out of there. So hopefully it will hopefully be nice and good gun stock again. So yeah, just made a quick video.